Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here talking tech. It's Tech Life Weekly with the BizChicks. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we are the Biz Chicks. So, welcome to the conversation. How you
Hey,
doing this morning, Fran?
I'm doing well. And we
Good.
want to say hi to everybody watching live and on the replay. Now, are we ready to get into some tech history?
Absolutely.
All right.
Good morning, Lennis. How you doing?
Hey, Linus. Okay, so let's start with October. Let me go back down here. Let me see if I want to. Oh, I like the 1907 stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening in history. Yeah, let's do this. October 14th, 1884,
Hmm?
George Eastman receives a patent on his paper strip photographic film. And prior to the invention of the photographic film, photography was primarily done using wet plates, which was very cumbersome, expensive, and not easy to transport. The invention of the photographic film made photography much simpler and portable. Interestingly, adoption among the professional photographers of the time was slow, likely because they didn't see an advantage of moving from wet plates in studio work. Only when Eastman started to market his film and cameras to the general public did photographic film become
Ah,
popular. Mhm. Besides the invention of photographic film, Eastman
mhm.
was also instrumental in advancing photographic technology in the late 1800s and making it accessible to anyone who wanted to take pictures. He would
Mhm.
later found the Eastman Kodak Company based on the success of his photographic film and camera technology. Before the days of digital photography, film was inseparable from the art and skill set of photography for nearly 130 years.
Wow. Well,
And I mean, because we take pictures now with our phone, do stuff, video
exactly.
on the phone, do everything. We're not using wet plates, dry plates, or anything. We're just the tech we have now, we're like, wow. So if we're not using that tech like we could, uh there's a lot that went into it for us to have it the way we have it now,
Mhm.
is what I want to say.
Mhm.
October 15th, 1878, Thomas Edison and a group of investors form the Edison Electric Light Company. The goal of the company was to provide financial support for Edison's electric light experiments and work on developing an electrical lighting system for an entire city. The
Mhm.
long-lasting carbonized filament light bulb was developed by Edison while working for this company. Eventually, this and several other Edison companies were merged to form General Electric.
Mhm.
So prior to 1878, apparently you didn't have electricity citywide. You was using lanterns and
I guess so.
that wasn't that long ago.
Candles,
1878, 1970, that really was not that long ago.
gas lamps, gas lights.
Yeah, gas lights and the other forms of candles and things of that nature. We weren't
Mhm.
using electricity. And now we got electric lights everywhere.
Everything, the stove, everything's on electric.
Ooh, October 16th, 1959, Control Data Corporation, or CDC, not the CDC for the health, but releases their CDC 1604 computer, the world's fastest computer at the time, and the first commercially successfully transistorized computer. It was designed by engineer Seymour Cray, who would later go on to found Cray Research and to be called the father of the supercomputer. And this computer is huge. October 17th, 1907, Marconi officially opens the first commercial transatlantic wireless telegraph service, which runs between Nova Scotia and Ireland. That's interesting. When was the Titanic?
Was it 1914? I don't know.
Okay, then that that checks then, because if the Titanic was 1914-ish.
Don't quote me on that. Let me
I can
ask
look it up.
Google.
I can look that up. But what I'm saying is he was instrumental in saving some people, if that was the thing, right? I'm just curious. Titanic. I'm gonna call it event.
It was 1912.
Okay, so since it was 1912, 5 years prior to that, he created. They may have been using Marconi's invention, which saved some people's lives, because they would have not got that message out.
It did. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the tech is just by, he's tootling around. You probably have people, what are you messing with them wires for and stuff? But it saved lives. This is a media type tech. October 17th, 1990, Colin Needham, an English movie fan, launches the Rec Arts Movie Database, which would later be known as the Internet Movie Database, or IMDb. An engineer working for HP at the time. By 1996, he quit his job to work on the IMDb full time. And it is one of the most visited sites on the internet, and it was acquired by Amazon in 1998. He is still the general manager to this day. So if you want to look up anybody who was in a film or what have you, you can go to imdb.com. I do believe that's what it is, if they haven't changed the name. And anybody, film credits, actors or whoever, you can see who was what on a film because of that.
Nice.
The world's first video game, October 18th, 1958. We thought it was in the 70s, but no. William Higginbottom and Robert Dvorak Sr. show off a tennis simulator game they call Tennis for Two. Developed on a Donner Model 30 analog computer using an oscilloscope. It is the first known electronic game to use a graphical display. Higginbottom and Dvorak developed the game to show off to visitors to the Brookhaven National Laboratory where they work. The game was only shown off twice during the laboratory's annual Visitors Day, only shown twice. While hundreds of visitors lined up to play the game when it was made available, little was known about the game for decades. While somewhat similar in gameplay to the later hit Pong, there is no known direct relationship between the games.
We played that Pong. I mean, it was serious.
Yep. Pong was fun. NES hits North America. That's October 18th, 1985. Nintendo releases the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES, in New York and limited other North American markets. It's an immediate hit, and Nintendo released the game nationwide in February 1986. Along with NES, Nintendo released 18 games that day, including 10-Yard Fight, Baseball, Clue Land, Donkey Kong Jr., oh, Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Duck Hunt. I remember Duck Hunt. I was real good with that one. Excite Bike, Golf, Gyromite, Hogan's Alley. I remember that too. Ice Climber, Kung Fu, Mock Rider, Pinball, Stack Up, Tennis, Wild Gunman, and Wrecking Crew, and Super Mario Brothers. So, we got games we can play. All right. October 20th, 1906, Dr. Lee DeForest announces his three-element electrical vacuum tube, later known
Mm.
as a triode. The triode was able to produce a large voltage amplifying effect, which, when used to amplify weak signals, will make long distance communication possible for the first
Oh, television. Okay.
time.
Mm-hmm. So we could send the signal now.
Yes. So that is one piece of tech history. Let me see here. We got tech making history. So
Mm-hmm.
if you did not know it, um, let me go down here. Google is creating, well, Google's and others, let's say that. Google is one of several companies that recently announced plans to introduce passkeys, a more secure alternative to passwords. And you can go online. The Washington Post has an explainer video on how to enable them. So you might want to go do that. A passkey is different in the sense of you don't ever have to remember you won't have to remember a password. The passkey will use your device, like your fingerprint or your facial rec, instead of typing in your email and then whatever. So no more having to use the same password on everything that you do, and no more having to remember a difficult password, because passkeys are making history to this week. So I suggest you learn how to use that. We're going to talk about it more in coming weeks, but passkeys, people, passkeys. And so the two, when you have a um, what is it, two-factor authentication, this is even better than that. So you're not having to remember some things. So just keep that in mind. Passkeys are here. Passkeys are the future. So let's go talk about. Tara, you still with me? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so passkeys are a thing. And
Uh-huh.
what else we got going on? I'm just going to leave it at that. So I'm going to let you take the floor.
Okay. So let's change the view. All righty, Dottie. I have, I like to share things. And one of the things I want to talk to you about is what's going on in one of our important states here and what's coming from overseas. Let's see. So let me see if I can share my screen, get to this window, and share this. Okay, can you guys see that?
Oh, wow.
Yes. They are building a major Hyundai plant in Georgia.
Oh, wow.
300,000 acres. They will be putting out between 20 and 30,000 cars a year. And they're 1 hour outside of Savannah, Georgia. So if you're thinking of where do I want to move, maybe Atlanta's not the spot. Maybe you need to be proactive and get down to Savannah and get you a spot, because it's going to employ 8,500 people.
Yeah, and And what's going to be interesting about
They're
this too,
making they're gonna be making electric cars.
exactly, and that's what I
Mhm.
was getting ready to say. I was like, they're making, and they're on U.S. soil, so um, there's going to be a lot of
Yeah.
things coming with that.
It says the massive scope of this project will be matched by its impact on the labor market, with an estimated 8,500 new jobs anticipated for the region. Hyundai's view the Meta plant represents an investment in the state of Georgia and the communities in and around Savannah, as much as an effort to grow its EV business. So, and think about some of the economic ripple. Well, yeah, because there's going to be a lot of robotics in this plant. You
Right.
know that it's going to have its vendors because Hyundai is based in, I think, South Korea. And so now they will not have to ship these cars. They won't have. And so the suppliers for the materials are also building facilities close to the plant so that they can supply the materials.
Nice.
Okay. It says, we have arrived. The machinery equipment people so that they don't have to ship their materials overseas. This is just phenomenal. Georgia's accounting for an additional $2 billion investment and another estimated 5,000 jobs. One supplier, the South Korea based Ecoplastics, has construction underway on a facility in nearby Statesboro where it will manufacture bumpers, consoles, and trim for these EVs produced at the Meta plant.
Wow.
So that facility alone will create about 450 jobs. But I just wanted you to see, I mean, can you imagine what this is going to do? What this is going to do to the infrastructure?
Right. And
Um, Schools, churches, shopping centers, hotels. It's going to be a whole new city from the ground up. An opportunity to go green. I don't know what to say. So I was just impressed by the fact that this is going on, and I wanted us to be aware of it.
yeah, that's good. That's really good info right there.
You so if you were thinking about investing in Hyundai, they're coming to a city near you. Okay. And the other little story I want to share, because I always like to try to do something fun, is we've been talking about how materials are able to change and be programmed. And we saw this maybe about 7 or 8 years ago, but it's back and it's better. People keep improving on things. So I want to share this little video with you because this is something that's visual and you have to see it. Let's see. Let's go over here to And let me get here to see if I've got it in the window. Here it is. And let me magnify this. And it says Adobe shows off this dress. So let me get the video going here.
Primrose allows you to refresh my look in a moment.
Can you see the dress changing?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be static. We can also animate the designs. It does have embedded sensors inside of it. I don't always have to press the button. Here we go.
And I thought that was, hold on, let me stop All the
That's
women.
interesting too, because the sequin gown now has taken on a new.
Well, not only that, they have come up with fabrics for furniture.
What?
Furniture, rugs. It's not, it's just that, the fashion industry, it's easier to show it. But yeah, you're going to be able to change the decor in your living room because remember she had a button she could press if she wanted to animate it.
Right,
Or it could be stagnant. So,
right.
you can come in and say, you know what, I think I want plaid instead of stripes.
And then touch a button.
And you got a whole new look. Is that wild or what?
Actually, that's kind of cool because then you can have a different outfit. You have one garment changing up, just changing the outfit.
Exactly. Isn't that nice? Because now once you find that thing that fits you, because I don't know about you, but I do that. If I find something that fits well, I'll buy it in a bunch of different colors.
Yes, so that you do not have to keep trying to
Find the fit.
find it.
Yes. And when because they a lot of times they stop making things because we're doing something new this season, so you have to buy something new. But you're committed to that look, and there you go.
Mm, very good.
So I thought that would be fun to watch.
Okay.
And
Well, TJ is on assignment somewhere, and so is
Mhm.
Dr. Tachi. So I am going to go over TJ's notes,
Okay.
and we're going to pick a few of her stories that I think are really interesting. The first one dealing with Meta. Meta has Instagram as polls in comment streams on feed posts and reels.
Mm-hmm.
And the new option will enable users to add interactive polls within the comment streams on both on feed posts and reels clips. You can already run those polls and stories in DMs. So Instagram has been testing this option for over the past 6 months, and with various early iterations spotted in testing by some viewers. Polls have been proven to be a popular option in other forums and apps, with the simple, lightweight interaction making it much easier for viewers to contribute their thoughts and engage with their users' content. Now, this one here, Meta, again, they are expanding broadcast channels to Facebook and Messenger. So, after seeing success with its broadcast channels on Instagram, Meta is now extending the option to Facebook and Messenger as well, providing more ways for creators to share updates with their audience. So, broadcast channels are essentially a one-way group chat option, which enables users to follow creators and high-profile people who can then keep their fans updated on their latest updates via DM. So it's kind of like you belong to a community and you'll get updates from that community on your DM. And with more conversation switching to messaging, that's provided a valuable avenue for ongoing connection, which has seen many creators using the option to maintain a more intimate linkage with their audience. Broadcast channels on Facebook will be highlighted on creator pages in the app, while creators will also be able to promote their channel in feed. Yes, it's a lot. Pages will be able to create a broadcast channel within Messenger, enabling them to reach their audience's inbox with their latest updates. So the updates that you put on a post is not the same, apparently.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Pages will also be able to share voice notes, text, photos, videos, and GIFs within their channel chats, which could help to enhance community connection and engagement in alignment with usage trends.
I don't know if this is their version of Discord or this is their version of StreamYard, or I'm just
It's I don't think it's a StreamYard, but I do believe that it may be they're trying to do their version of the Discord, because in Discord, I'm in a if I'm part of a Discord, anytime there's an update, I can see the
Mhm.
updates, right? I
Yes,
don't
and it's a group.
necessarily
You have to join the Discord group,
right,
and they have video and they have chats going on, and you can do
right.
training in there. Yeah.
So it's like the community. It's like a circle,
Yeah.
heartbeat, or something else where you're in a community. But this is a one way. The people. I don't get to post anything unless they ask me a question and I can reply.
Yeah. Okay.
At present on Instagram, broadcast channels are only available to creators, but Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg says that pages will be able to create channels in the app. That could imply that brand pages will also be able to create channels on Facebook.
Okay.
Now, this one is important. Meta will now let you stop Instagram from tracking you across the web. Meta will now let you block Instagram from collecting your data across the apps and websites you visit. The company says that it's expanding the ability to disable this kind of tracking to Instagram, allowing you to review which businesses are sharing information with Meta, disconnect specific activity, or clear the collected information. I think this was because they got in trouble in the UK.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to understand why this
Suddenly we get to do this. Yeah.
right, because it's all on an Apple or iOS device. We can ask you not to track. So you can now find this feature called Activity Off Meta Technologies within the platform's account center.
Oh.
It was previously only available for Facebook. Meta receives information from third-party websites that use its business tools, such as the Meta Pixel, which tracks users on the web and allows Meta to serve personalized ads on its platform.
Mm.
Meta announced a few other features coming to the account center as well, including a way to transfer your photos and videos from Instagram to other services.
Mm.
Additionally, you can now download information from both your Facebook and Instagram accounts at the same time. Meta previously only let you download information separately, which you can still choose to do. Meta first introduced the revamped Account Center in January, offering a central hub that lets you control settings across your Instagram, Facebook, and Messenger accounts. WhatsApp tests voice messages that disappear after your recipient hears them. Something like, what is that movie we used to watch? Mission Impossible? This
Yes.
message is
After
still
it
destroyed.
disintegrates.
WhatsApp is beta testing the ability to send voice messages that can only be listened to once by their intended recipient. WA Beta Info reports. The feature, which is currently only available to a limited number of Android and iOS users running the beta version of the app, is reportedly accessible by tapping a small one icon that appears to the right of the voice note waveform when recording. After sending the voice note with the view once mode enabled, you won't be able to listen to it, and the recipient can no longer listen to the voice note after dismissing it. A spokesperson for Meta declined to comment. Okay, number 5. This will be our last piece of story here on dealing with Meta. More good news, thread features. If you tap and hold on a post with a bunch of tagged people on the Threads mobile app, you'll see a menu where you can follow everyone that's mentioned, as shared by Instagram head Adam Mosseri. You can also copy and paste media attachments when you are crafting a Threads post on the web. Okay.
Mm,
So I'm going to leave open AI to TJ to talk about on Tuesday.
okay. About Dolly.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And TikTok is saying they will all videos will have default auto captions, and they are now alerting users to this change. You can, and this is what TikTok is saying, you can modify the captions authorization status for any video that has already been posted before November, after which all eligible videos in supported languages will have captions by default. This ensures that TikTok is inclusive and everyone can enjoy the app without language limitations.
Okay. That's going to be interesting. That should increase their following because now I can understand what people are saying
Yeah.
from other countries where I don't have
Before I was like,
language skills. I don't know what
I don't know what you're saying, Bob, but
exactly.
Snapchat is now allowing websites to embed content. The social network is allowing websites to embed public content, including lenses, spotlight videos, public stories, and public profiles. You can, okay, so that you can put it on your website.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to leave Spotify till next time. And let's talk about YouTube a little bit. YouTube is rolling out several new features and design updates to help you get more out of YouTube.
Nice.
As a part of the updates, when a creator says the words like or subscribe, YouTube will add a visual cue over the corresponding buttons as a way to prompt you to actually click or tap them.
Okay. This is where yeah.
Right. There are some restrictions on the feature to prevent people from taking advantage. Either animation will only trigger 3 times per video, and they won't appear more than once in a 3-minute window. So you're not going to be able to abuse this privilege.
Okay. And we won't get tired of seeing it.
Right.
As users. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes it's sort of like being interrupted by commercials all the time. Okay,
Yes.
you know what? I'm done. I got 5 minutes of commercials and 1 minute of
of programming. Yes. Here's the list of other updates coming to YouTube. A new stable volume feature on mobile intended to reduce jarring differences in volume, which is good. The ability to press and hold on a video to bring up the speed to 2 times, which YouTube was testing earlier this year, similar how you can fast forward on TikTok.
Oh.
Sometimes you just want to get past some stuff. Okay. A way to lock your screen on mobile and tablets to prevent accidental taps from taking you out of a video.
Nice.
The merging of the library tab and the account page into a new You tab. Okay, that might work. A way to search for a song by singing or humming the song, which was tested on an Android. This will be rolling out in the next few weeks. And improvements to the YouTube experience on smart TVs. Okay. Now, this is the last story that we're going to do. The FCC announces plans to resurrect net neutrality rules. The U.S. Federal Communications Commission, it has plans to reinstate landmark net neutrality rules meant to guarantee fair access to the internet and its information, 5 years after they were repealed by then President Donald Trump in 2018. Previous net neutrality rules adopted in 2015 classified broadband service under public utility rules and prevented internet service providers from blocking websites, throttling traffic, or charging more for faster access to certain services. Which
this is wonderful.
It is. According to FCC Chair Jessica Rosen-Worcel, The commission is expected to conduct an initial vote on reinstating these rules next month during an October 19th meeting, which that was yesterday. Net neutrality is one of the most widely discussed issues in telecommunications policy. Rosenworcel condemned the Trump era's FCC decision to reverse the 2015 rules, particularly in light of access challenges highlighted by the pandemic. Broadband is an essential infrastructure for modern life. Access to the internet is now access to everything.
I'm sure that was a barrier. I forgot about, the fact that so many kids were going to school online during the pandemic.
And if you were on a plan that was slowed down because, you have a plan that was slower than because you weren't paying as much as somebody else or what have you, that
was a disadvantage.
It is. And then because now all the doctors want you to check in online.
I just had a teledoc appointment yesterday that I didn't know I had, which was interesting.
So they want they want all this stuff done online and so in order to have it online, you have to be able to get online without,
and your stream has to be consistent enough for you to be effective.
Yes, because what happens is if you're slowed down because they throttled you.
And so people can't hear your answer. You can't participate because your signal is so, what do we call that when it's glitching? It's
it's inconsistent and then you're falling through. Yeah.
You can't get the information. How are you going to complete the coursework? Yeah.
It's difficult. So that's all we have for this week in tech or social media news. That was it. TJ will be back on Tuesday to give us some more information. And we had a comment over here. Hey, Fred, how you doing? Fred on YouTube. And no worries. We're just wrapping up, Fred, but we appreciate you dropping in. I think the main story that is passkeys are coming.
And FCC is trying to help us out.
Net neutrality is coming back. They're voting on that. I think they voted either yesterday or they're I think that it's coming back. I'm glad that it's coming back.
I am too. I think it's really, really needed. So Dr. Tachi is at a conference. So we will catch up with her next week.
Yes. And so we just want to say thank you all for watching live on the replay. And if you want to become a part of the BizChicks community, you can do so by texting biz to 33777 or going to bizchicks.net. And we will see you over there. And, Fred, that's really interesting that the broadcasters are trying to get YouTube TV under the FCC. It might, because they're acting like a broadcasting channel. So, because they're no longer
will they put TikTok under there too?
Because no. This is YouTube TV.
Oh, I see the one that we subscribe to and pay for, and
as instead of your cable, it's acting like DirecTV and all of the other. It's a television provider, so they may need to come under that. Now, YouTube itself, where you have people putting up their videos, that's a different story. But Fred, they might YouTube TV put themselves in that position because they are actually television. They're not. It's not everybody uploads video.
Separate those. They may have to separate those. Pay more to carry. Now, okay. Do you see that? He says,
yeah. And right now, they already are carrying those signals, like NBC, CBS, and whatever, because I get my local television, ABC, local affiliate, and all of that right now on my YouTube TV. So they may be already paying it. And that's probably why they went up when they did. But
yeah, that was a big jump when they did that. Yeah.
yeah, so
Wow. Thank you, Fred.
yeah. So we will be back next week, same time, same channel. Please tune back in again. Fridays, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Monday is, oh wow, we are rolling in. We'll be into Thanksgiving here pretty soon.
Very much so.
So thank you so much. Oh wait, he has a. Hold on here. Let me get Fred up in here. Hold on. He says cable companies pay more and YouTube gets to cable companies pay more and YouTube gets to a lower price.
He has another comment there. Under the FCC, YouTube TV will have to pay cable rates and stay.
He said, "Stay tuned." Yeah, they may be already. I would think they already thought this stuff through before they decided to do this. Yeah, because they're not cable. Anyway, we shall stay tuned. All right, everybody. Thank you again. We're looking forward to seeing you real soon. Remember, we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. We will see you on Monday.
All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.